Hey, I'm Josh Johnson with Right Idea Media and Creative. What we have today is we put together a short little video here explaining all of our products, specifically digital marketing tactics and how we can help Prairie Flower Casino get more business. So with that being said, let's jump right in. So what we're going to cover today is a little bit about us. We're going to talk about our process. We did a search engine optimization and website audit for your website. We're going to talk about digital marketing strategies and tactics and traditional media planning as well. Then we'll get into the budget. So that being said, here is a little bit about us. So we are Right Idea Media and Creative. We were founded in 1999 by Dan Rutledge. What our mission is pretty simple. It's to improve the profitability of our clients by providing impactful advertising and marketing ideas with flawless execution that's on time and on budget. Now we kind of do it all. We do everything from creative with brand strategy, TV, radio, print. We do traditional media placement as well, where we have a 3-team media buying team that kind of helps put your ads in the best position. But kind of what we're talking about with you today is going to be digital marketing tactics. Now, some quick facts that I'd like to point out here is that we are a certified Google partner, and we have been since 2012. Now, how that helps you is that we get direct support from Google, where they're helping us optimize all of our campaigns for our clients. We also have monthly reporting meetings with you guys as well, kind of showing the results that you get. We are also, for the traditional media side, we have a lot of local knowledge. We've been the #1 radio buyer in the Omaha market for years, and we're also top 5 when it comes to television buying as well. So it kind of helps us swing a big club when it comes to negotiating. But with that said, we'll jump on into our process. So when we met the first time, we talked about kind of your pain points, kind of learned a little bit more about your business, and that was the agency brief. Now we're in phase 2, where we're doing the marketing mix. So what we're trying to do is we're going to show you kind of a menu of services, kind of everything that we offer, and then we also have a recommendation of what we would do in order to help maximize your budget the best. Then hopefully we have an agreement, and then we do ready, set, grow. So that's kind of where we get all your campaigns in motion and get something rolling for you. Now, to me, the two most important factors are steps 4 and 5. Step 4 is optimization. Now, when it comes to digital marketing especially, optimizing our campaigns are really important. Now, where it differs from traditional media is traditional media, you kind of set your media schedule, you do all your work kind of beforehand, and then you go and order it. Now, when it comes to digital media, it changes, a lot changes, and it changes quickly. So we're trying to analyze and see how things are performing for you, whether that's doing A/B testing and seeing what gets you the most traffic to your website and take the actions that we want them to take. And then finally, we have reporting. Now, kind of what you need to know about reporting is we do a monthly meeting with our clients, and we're going over all of our advertising tactics so you can see for certain how your advertising dollars are being spent. And let me just jump into one of our clients, the Edwards Auto Group. This is their Nissan store here. And we do it all from Google Analytics. So that's just basically an overall picture of how their web traffic is, how people are finding them, and how much time they're spending on their site. And the cool thing about this, I need to mention, is that this is a dashboard. So you will have a live link to this at all times, and you can have an update in real time, and you can set different date patterns here where we can do, you know, last January, and we can do year-over-year analysis, which is pretty cool. So we have their Google Analytics for their overall web traffic. We have their Google AdWord performance here, so you can kind of see how people are finding them, what keywords they're using to find them, and what words are converting. And what a conversion is that's a phone call or a web form submission or click get directions, just any sort of meaningful action that they're taking on your website. We also have some social media. Let's see, here's our Bing performance here. Because we know, especially in the casino business, we want to be on Google and Bing. But then you have YouTube and social media. So bottom line is this is just breaking down how your advertising dollars are being spent and how we're getting people to find you online. So now we'll move on. What I did was I have done a website audit and a search engine optimization audit for you. So kind of what search engine optimization is, I'm going to start by showing you just a sample Google search. I'm going to show you the 3 parts of a Google search here. So I Googled, as you can see right here, casinos in Council Bluffs, Iowa. So the first part are the paid ads. They get priority, and you can see that with that little ad icon right next to the search there. They get priority from Google. They pay to be there. And I'll get into that here in a little bit. The next part is going to be the map listing. So you can see Ameristar, Horseshoe, and Harrah's are pretty much listed right there. And then we have the organic listings that are down here. These are, this is what SEO is about. That's search engine optimization. So this is kind of how your website is constructed on the back end for Google to crawl and search for it and make sure you're ranking high. So I had my web designer kind of look at your website, and this is kind of what he found. He found that you didn't have an SSL certificate, and that's important because you got to have a secure website. So I'm on a Chrome browser right here, and you can see where it says not secure. That's what that SSL certificate comes into play. Where a lot of websites you can see, let me just go to a different website here. You can see the HTTPS right there. That means it's secure. Yours currently isn't secure. We're looking for page URLs as well. Each page needs to have its own URL. Those are just fine. Each page also needs, on your website, also needs to have a title, which my web designer said we're okay, but they're missing the location. So if someone's typing in Casinos Council Bluffs or Casinos Carter Lake, you could be missing out there. Each page should also have a description describing what's on the page, and those are missing completely. So that's something that you need help on there. As far as the website itself goes, we just noticed a few things. Your logo is broken. There's an empty image when you view it on a mobile device. There's some images that are cut off on the home page. I would love to see maybe a picture of the casino floor or something like that on the website. We could include, what I think would be really cool would to include dates and update the winners gallery so we can show how often people are hitting jackpots to build some excitement, especially for anybody on your website. I think promotions, news, and winners gallery, they all kind of have some broken images when I view it from a Safari browser from a Mac. There's just a big dead space there, so it's something that needs to be addressed. So we'll move on to some digital media strategies and how we can help you here. The first thing I want to talk about is search engine marketing. So when I showed you the 3 parts of a Google search before, that's the paid ads that are at the top of that. You can see Ameristar had one. We want to make sure we're competing with them. You get first priority, that's why we want to be there. So I just kind of did a sample of average monthly searches in casinos in general in Douglas County, Sarpy, and Washington counties in Nebraska, and then Pottawatomie Mills in Harrison County in Iowa. There's a lot of searches. There's 37,820 searches just related to casinos alone. And as you can see, 71.8% are actually on mobile devices. So it's imperative that we rank high on Google on those. 10% are on tablets, 18% are on desktops. Most of the search volume is in Douglas County, not really a shocker there. We also have Pottawatomie and Sarpy that are pretty high as well, and then everything else is pretty minor when it comes to the smaller populated counties. There's the search area there. And also keep in mind, when it comes to search engine marketing, we can go as big or as small as we want, really. We can go down to the zip code. That's how small we can do our campaigns, or we can go as big as the whole state or the whole country if we wanted to. Obviously, for you, this is kind of where we were thinking of where we'd keep it. Now, here's a few things about the different keywords. A strategy that a lot of our clients like to employ are we like to bid on competitors' names. So the big 3 for sure. I was thinking Harrah's, Horseshoe, Ameristar, and even Winnevegas if we want to go somewhere that's kind of outside your service area, but you know, people will still make a drive to go there. So that's definitely something that we want to talk about. I think our strategy is pretty simple though. We want to make sure that we bid on general casino keyword searches, you know, casinos near me or something like that. I also want to bid on keywords of the specific slot machines that you have. I noticed that you had a page full of all the names of the specific slot machines. I want to make sure we're ranking for anyone looking for those machines in particular. Now, there aren't such things as called negative keywords. So I want to make sure if someone's looking up searches, for instance, that have online gaming, I mean, we don't offer that. So that's something that we definitely want to make sure we don't show for. Any names of casinos that are not in the area. So if someone's looking at planning their next trip to Vegas and they're looking at Bally's in Las Vegas, we don't want to show searches for that. Or any social gaming searches as well. And then the question that I had was, do you update the slot machines page on your website frequently? Okay, so now we're on to retargeting. So now we did the first step of where we're trying to get people to find your website. Now, once they're on your website, we want to employ retargeting so we can kind of stay in front of them. And what retargeting is, just put it simply, it's when you have a visitor that comes to your site, we're going to drop a cookie on their browser. Once they leave your website, it follows them for 30 days, and when they're on various websites like ESPN, Fox News, CNN, whatever website that they're on that has ad inventory, we're going to show them your banner ads on those websites. It's great for branding. And here's just kind of an example of what some banner ads look like of some competitors. I really liked what this Hollywood Gaming did, where they have a big promotion where you can win up to $1,000 in free play. That's definitely something I think we need to employ for any promotions that you guys have going on. We're making sure that we keep that message in front of anyone who's even been to your website. So blogging. Blogging is next. So search engines, why do you do it? Pretty much says it right here. Search engines love fresh content because it indicates that a website's active. Not only that, is you build up your business as industry experts in your field when you publish useful information. Kind of the key when it comes to blogging is we want to create an editorial calendar complete with relevant topics to map out your content strategy. So we plan it up to a year in advance, and we work out the calendar with you, come up with the topics, we write the article, we send it to you for approval. Once you approve it, we post it and then share it on social media as well to stay in front of people. So kind of an example here is it lives on your website here. And this is really good for what search engines are looking for here. And then we also post it on their social media pages as well. Okay, so we've talked about two of the three parts of a Google search. We talked about the paid ads at the top. We've talked about organic traffic, that's kind of towards the bottom. This thing is pretty big too. This is the map listing portion. That's what business listing management helps. So really, one big thing that helps your map listing ranking is going to be a consistent business name, address, and phone number across the web. There's over 80 online directories out there, and we need to make sure you're consistent across them. This also helps you on your Maps app, on Apple Maps, Google Maps. So if people are looking for directions, we definitely want to make sure that we're being consistent here. And we have this scan tool, which is pretty nice, that kind of analyzes how you're ranking across the web. So as you can see here, you have an 87% listing inaccuracy. Now, the majority of that, since you're a new business, the majority of that is that you just don't have any listings. Like super pages here, there's no listing found. Local.com, a lot of these, there's no listing to be found. Now, in all honesty, is anybody really going to go to Easy Local to find you? No, the answer is no. But the important thing that you need to remember here is that this is what Google's looking at when they're ranking your map listing. And I'd tell you, it's probably a pretty strong reason why when I do Casinos, Council Bluffs, you're not showing in the map listing right here. So I do want to note that that Bing's not showing up because the phone number is wrong on the scan. So I looked it up, and there's a 712 area code listed. So I called it, and it was ringing directly to your HR assistant, Courtney Foster's line. So just something I wanted you to be aware of there. So now we have review generation. Now, why is this important? People shop for reviews online all the time. What this is going to help is it's going to help your Google and Facebook reviews. So this is kind of the new online word of mouth system, basically, is what it is. And it's your reviews on Google, it's your reviews on Facebook. It's basically what people are talking about you online. So we know, especially in your industry, in the casino world, there's probably going to be people that aren't happy, especially if they lost, I was thinking. But we want to make sure we capture all your happy people. So what it is it sends a text to somebody to ask them how their experience was with you. As you can see right here, it says, "Thank you for choosing us. We put your logo here. Please leave us a quick review by clicking on the link below." They click on the link, and it says, "Do you want to use Google to leave your review?" Click yes or no. If you click yes, it will take you right to the stars to leave a review. If you click no, it will move on to Facebook, and it will say, "Do you want to use Facebook to leave your review?" Click yes or no there. If they click no, we're done. If they click yes, then they can leave a review for you. Okay, so we're on Podium here, And it's as simple as typing in the name, sending out the phone number, and as you can see, it auto-populates your name. So it says, "Hi, John. Thank you for choosing Prairie Flower Casino in this instance. Can you take 30 seconds to leave a review using the link below, or you can give us a call if you have any questions." And you can customize this message any way that you want to. Now, another thing that you can do in here, it kind of builds an online database for you. So you can kind of see where all your reviews are. They have a monthly review goal, reviews by site. It helps you keep all of your reviews in one spot. So you can just click reviews, and you don't have to go log into Google. You don't have to log into Facebook to respond to these reviews. You can do them all from right here. So it's pretty slick. And then you can do a leaderboard if you want to do any competitions with anybody who can send the most review invites. We can do that too. So I just wanted to give you a quick snapshot as well of kind of where you're ranking compared to your competitors. As you can see, Winnevegas, Ameristar, Harrah's, and Horseshoe, they all have you beat not only in number of reviews, but also their average star rating. So if someone's using a review system or reading some reviews on where to go, they're most likely going to go to one of those competitors and not you. Okay, now we're going to move on to Facebook. What we like about Facebook is that there are 972 different targeting options that we can use for Facebook, and there are some different tactics we could use. We could do a branding campaign. We could do a lookalike audience where we find people who have find a customer list. We can upload it into Facebook and then serve ads to people that look like them. I think that would be a very effective strategy for you guys. Lead ads, so these will let people show their interest by filling out a form in the ad. Maybe something about signing up for your card if you have tier cards, your reward card anyways. Letting them fill in their details and allowing you guys to follow up with them. I know a big question that we had was that social gaming was a problem. People like playing apps and different things on Facebook. We have confirmed with Facebook that the gambling and casino interests do not involve any social gaming. So we're going to only stay in front of people that are interested in casinos or gambling. So I just did pulled some sample numbers for you. There are 180,000 people that are aged 21 to 65 plus that live within 50 miles of Carter Lake who are in the top 50% of household incomes that are interested in casinos or gambling. I also pulled a count of females aged 45 to 65 plus that live within 50 miles of Carter Lake who also make the top 50% of income that are interested in casinos and gambling. And that 48,000 is a lot of people, and we can stay in front of them. And the cool thing about Facebook is we can expand our targeting if we want to, or we can shrink it down. We can do whatever you want, and I can pull a new count for you for every time. And we can run 2 different campaigns with messages talking to these people. So next we're going to talk about geofencing. So what geofencing is that you basically draw a fence around a location, and anyone who is within that fence for at least 5 minutes, their cell phone will get pinged. And once your cell phone's pinged, we are going to serve them banner ads for the next 30 days. And we can also track drives on that. So if they're at a competitor's location, like a Harrah's, Horseshoe, or Ameristar, everybody in that location is going to get pinged. Then they're going to see your banner ads and hopefully come see you, that we have a nice offer to try to get them to come see you. We figure it's the low-hanging fruit anyways, so we definitely want to make sure we're showing ads to them. And the reporting that you get, you can show how many people drove that were in the fence there, then they drove over to your location. We can show you that on our reporting. So our strategy that we would use, we would want to target the big 3 casinos. We can actually use a data provider, so we can have these different targeting options of people within your casinos. So they could be into casino games, casino resorts, casino vacations. We can also target by age. HHI is household income, and we can do gender as well. Even if you want, we can exclude the casino employees, but I know that's not always the case, because I know me being in the casino industry myself, I know a lot of times the casino employees like to play, so that might not be something we want to do. We also got now I just want to tell you, they told me this is an extremely rough estimate of monthly foot traffic within each casino. Harrah's was about 38,000, Horseshoe was 30,500, and Ameristar was 39,200. We're thinking Harrah's and Horseshoe had a bigger number because of the hotels that they have there. Now we're going to move on to YouTube. So YouTube is pretty cool here. What we like about YouTube is you can get a lot more targeted. So what YouTube is if someone's on YouTube looking up a video, we can show ads that are called pre-roll ads. So they would show up before their video that they're watching. So there's a few different ad types. You have a 30-second option that can be skipped. You have a 15-second option that's not skippable. You also have a 6-second ad that's not skippable as well. Now, I will tell you, if someone skips your ad and you have the 30-second option, you're skipped, you don't pay for that impression. So we love to front load our message to get your logo, at least your logo, something out there that is tangible. So so at least you're kind of getting a free impression of your ad served, which is pretty cool. So here's kind of some, and one thing you should probably know about YouTube as well, I have it in bold over here, is that it's the second largest search engine behind Google, which is pretty amazing. Just kind of shows you how much people watch videos nowadays. So examples of targeting, I can do those same counties I was talking about, but like I said, we can go down to the zip code if we want. That's how fine we can get with this targeting. But I just did those 6 counties that I mentioned before in Nebraska and Iowa. We can do females age 45 plus that are top 50 household income earners, or we can do males and females 25 plus that are top household income earners. I left the 18 to 24 age group out of there because I didn't want to serve to any minors. So I just did 25 plus there. So within each targeting option, there are 20 million YouTube views every month that are available for females age 45 plus that are in the top 50% of household income. There are 120 million YouTube views that are available for our general audience that I went over up there, the 25 plus top 50% of household income earners. So what that's showing you is that there's a lot of people on YouTube every month watching videos. Next is our vlog series. So kind of what our plan is, it's very similar to blogging, but this is a video version, hence the term vlog. But what we would do is our plan would be to create 1 video per month. We'd share it on social media and put it on your website as well. But we want to shoot on location 3 times a year to cover the content for the next 4 months. So once again, it takes a lot of planning, but if we execute it right, it can work great. We'll help you come up with an annual calendar for monthly topics, but these are just some ideas that I had. We could do some featured jackpot winners. We could talk about testimonials from happy customers, any sort of promotions you guys have going on. If there are food specials you want us to talk about, we could talk about the benefits of signing up for a player's card, or even, you know, why are our slots looser? How can they win more? I mean, that's pretty much the bottom line. On to media placement. We also do media buying for our clients as well. Why you would use an agency, I know you already use an agency, but we get the salesperson's commission, which is 15% off the buy. So you don't pay any more than you would buying direct using an agency. But I think what sets us apart are a couple things. Number one is our local knowledge, where we're the #1 radio buyer in this market. We're a top 5 TV buyer. So we swing a pretty big club when it comes to negotiating for our clients. Another thing that we do is that we reconcile all of our invoices electronically. So we submit all of our orders, and then we look at when your spots actually ran. And if they didn't run during the time that we ordered them, then we would go back and hammer them for getting us a make good. And what a make good is that's getting a free spot basically for them not running the spot when they said they were going to. And trust me when I tell you that when you hold them accountable like that, you'll find out that a lot of times your spots didn't run when you ordered them. But once you start holding them accountable, all of a sudden your spots start running exactly when you ordered them. So just another thing that I think kind of sets us apart from competition. So that's it on media placement. So with all that being said, here is our monthly budget. So search engine marketing, we have you on both Google and Bing, and these are a la carte options. So on the next page, I have my recommendation, but these are just kind of some of the pricing options that we have. I broke that down into a representative, a competitive, and a dominant category. When it comes down to search engine marketing, it's kind of demand driven because it's based off what your competition's doing. But something like Facebook or geofencing, really, it's pretty simple. The more money you put into it, the more impressions or more amount of time your ads are going to be served. For geofencing, that is kind of what our recommendation is to get a good, healthy amount of ads that are served on those competitors. Blogging, We can post, 4 times a month, 1 time a month. We can post as many times as you want per month, but that includes writing and boosting it on social media. So other than that, a lot of this stuff are one time, are monthly charges, and it's pretty standard across the board. When it comes down to video production or a media buy, that would be a quote, and same thing with website as well. That would just be a quote, and I would just have to find a little bit more information about what you're looking for, and then we can come back with a plan to help with that. Now, this is my recommendation here. So I was thinking if we come to an agreement, month 1, there's a couple things that are just kind of one-time charges, and that would be either website changes for search engine optimization or build you a brand new website. I will also have a quote included for that as well, separate from this. Business listing management, that's helping your map listing ranking. That's just a one-time charge, and everything, and the banner ad design is $150 per design, and which I was thinking would be a one-time charge. But other than that, these are all monthly. So the geofencing would be a monthly thing. The search engine marketing, I want to dominate search engines on both Google and Bing, and retargeting as well. I want that I want to stay in front of those low-hanging fruit, so anybody that was on your website. And Facebook, I mean, people are telling Facebook what they're interested in. If they're interested in casinos or gambling, I want to make sure we stay in front of them, and reviews are really important as well. And one thing I'll have you note, I've ranked these in order of importance. So I would say the things at the top are the most important things, and the things at the bottom are least important to what I would do. So that's that. And really with our terms, we require a setup fee of $250. I'm going to waive that as long as I get a 90-day commitment from you. And why 90 days is digital marketing takes a lot of effort and a lot of research to see kind of what trends and what things people are doing. So I think it's important that we get 3 months, but we're month to month after that. And yeah, that's kind of how we work. I look forward to getting the opportunity to work with you guys, and I hope we can come to an agreement. All right, so I just want to thank you for listening to my presentation today. I really think that digital marketing is a great way to go for you guys because it's so much more targeted than you can get with traditional media. Also, the reporting's much better where we can get together monthly, and so you can kind of see where your advertising dollars are being spent. We've had great success with other clients doing digital marketing. Actually, our billing now is a little bit more than 50% of our billings in digital marketing. It's about a 55 to 45% split with digital marketing taking over traditional advertising. So it's just kind of the way the world's going, and I think the numbers show for itself that you can get much more targeted. So it's something that we're excited to work with you on, and thanks for taking the time. If you have any questions, feel free to give me a call. My number's right here on this video, and thanks again.